Hello everybody, welcome to another episode with the Rich Bros. Today we are going to be playing Hearts of Iron 4, and we are going to be doing a new series on this game. We're going to be trying to play and remake the Austrian-Hungarian Empire. I've tried to play this a couple times on my own. I haven't been the best at this one. The furthest I actually got somewhat far. I ended up, I've tried this challenge like I want to say 3-4 times by now. And I felt like I got far for on one of my attempts. I ended up annexing all of Czechoslovakia, Austria, Romania gave me all of this little land back, that little, I don't know what that crescent's called, but I know it's like mainly Hungarian land. And if you don't know what this game is, it's pretty much like a Hearts of Iron, or it's Hearts of Iron, I'm so dumb. It's a World War II simulator, so you play as a country, you kind of go through, you make political decisions. Let's see. I guess we'll go offensive, because we're going to be kind of offensive. Oh, I don't have any command power to upgrade him. I still need a commander, though. But the first I got was I annexed all of Austria, Czechoslovakia. I got this little crescent back. But then, by the time I got to that point, I declared war on Yugoslavia, and they joined the Axis, so I had to join the Comintern, and then, yeah, Stalin kind of puppeted everything, so that's the closest I got. But all the other times, I couldn't annex Czechoslovakia. Every single time, they would just get puppeted. But first thing we want to do, I want to go, because I'm scared that if I'm not quick enough, Germany's going to annex Austria and Czechoslovakia. So I want to rush down to invite the Habsburgs, demand reform, and restoration of Austro-Hungary. That's why I want to rush down, but I think we do need secret rearmament. Because with the Treaty of Triton, the Treaty of Trianon, it's like the Treaty of Versailles that Germany had, but it's on Hungary, back from World War I. But so secret armament, it lets us hold some more soldiers. Right now we have 52 men in total that can go out in the field. I know, just fantastic. But we need to start off with an industry and computers or technology, so we can get faster research, get more research slots. When you first start out the game, you usually always want to start out with civilian factories, because civilian factories help you to construct all of these if you haven't played before. So you can construct infrastructure, air bases, air defense, there's radio stations, there's military factories and all that. And you can either build civilian factories, which help you build faster, or you could go and build military factories, which helps you build more equipment. We actually have a lot of military factories for a miner. I'm gonna get some artillery. I cannot talk today, dang. I would love to get some tanks, but I'm always so slow to the punch on that. Whenever I play Germany, I get tanks right away, because that's the way Germany does it. We need to get some materials, though, to craft those guns. Do I want to trade with any of these? Let's trade with Sweden. Usually they're not a bad partner, because I never go to war with them. So got that. We have low manpower. We have no template. Can't really build, but let's see what our templates are. Not the best. Usually when you aim for around 20 combat with. We don't have any our support equipment, and we don't have any artillery. We just kind of have a base unit. We have some horses. I usually try and get rid of those pretty fast. Horses aren't particularly great. The only good thing about them is they're a little faster than manned soldiers. But I guess we can start. Let's boost up the speed a little bit. Usually when you're in war, you don't want to go to 5 speed, but I like going to 5 speed in the beginning, just because we're just going to be sitting around waiting for political actions. But you can see already we are totally out of manpower, and that's because of this. Takes away half the manpower we're able to recruit, and we're already down to 1% that we're allowed to recruit out of our entire population. Oh wait, no. Yep, 1%. So we get 0.5% of our population. Going with the Habsburgs though does mean we gotta go non-aligned, which is not a very common. I would say it's the least common that most countries go. It's nice being back though. It's been a while since I've recorded a YouTube video. Yeah, look at that, we're down for it. So that little orange bar is their equipment, the green bar is their organization, and they both calculate into combat. You do want, for the most part, to have full equipment, but you're not always going to have full organization. The more infrastructure you have, the better your organization, and you get organization faster by being closer to the capital. The further the capital you are, the harder it is to gain an organization if you do not have the correct infrastructure. If you have level 10 infrastructure, you should have no problem, but that's the hard goal to get. Right now we start with 13 factories, and you could look at Germany. They're probably one of the strongest nations, but yeah, they have like, I want to say maybe 5 times as many factories as us, so we're a little behind. You could see what we're missing right here, reinforcements. I always like having my armies reinforced before I upgrade my units or make new units, but we are short about 50,000 manpower and 4,000 guns. That's a lot of guns. But there's also this thing called political power. With political power, you get these policies. These are policies, and you can change your policies with political powers. You can make diplo actions. So I could promise our country that we'll be in peace, and our war stability will go down, and our stability will go up, but our war support. But war support, it is, as you see, there's the benefits right up here. There's mobilization speed, core, territory, defense on core, command power. So you get, oh, there's something going on. Oh, the Spanish Civil War. Oof, let's see this. Spain. There was a new patch out, and wow, they are really just walking through Republican Spain. I have never seen that go so fast. Wow, they're just walking all through. But so they have around maybe 50 units. They have maybe around 60. But with this last update, Republican Spain, I have never seen them win this battle. Like, I've just seen national. It used to, like, our update with new DLC. That's what it was. I've never seen Republican Spain win after the DLC. It used to be more 50-50. I actually saw Republican Spain more than National Spain before the DLC, personally. Oops, secret rearmament. Worrying. Oh, Germany just. So that was Germany just marched their armies into the Rhineland. Yeah, so now that we got that, we don't need any of these military techs right now, but we want to race Germany because we want to annex Austria ourselves. Well, Germany, in their focus tree here, let's find Germany. So they just went through the Rhineland, and they can, the Anschluss is the annexation of Austria. So we want to do that before Germany can. The only downside to ours is wait, this isn't mine. This is, whose focus tree was that? I don't know. But only downside, let me get, there we go. Only downside to ours is we can only annex them here. We can demand a referendum, or we can take them by force. But we have to go further down in our tree. The better thing is I don't think we have that. Do we have a requirement, like a man requirement? No, we don't. Germany has a requirement on how much men. I think they need like 500,000 and 550,000 men in the field to even force the Austrians to get annexed. We don't have any requirements like that. Yeah, now we can get back onto this. But yeah, wow, nationalist Spain is just walking all over these communists. And I'm just playing on a normal difficulty. I'm not the best at the game. I just like to build empires out of it. Once I actually did, when they came out with the new DLC, I was playing as Italy, and I was able to reform Rome. That, I did kind of put it on random settings, like, France stayed the same. Germany went down Kaiserreich and turned monarchist. The British went fascist, so we made the Anglo-Italian alliance. And so I just used them just to have them as like kind of a sea border. But I reformed Rome, I took over all of this territory. The only last thing I needed to take was Gibraltar and the United Kingdom territories. But I waited until I took over everything else and then took over the United Kingdom. And one of the first things you want to go for, always playing this game, is the mechanical computing, because that just ups your research speed. And that's 3%, there was a 2% before, I think. So that's a 5% research speed, and over time that really adds up. You can go away now. I know, it's low. Diplo actions. There's nothing too exciting as Yugoslavia. I know with Italy, there's Form Rome. The Turkey, that's the last one I just did was Turkey. I reformed the Ottoman Empire. That was pretty fun. But then there's Turkey, reformed the Ottoman Empire. There's a lot more reformable nations. Like I think the Indies can form all of Indonesia. Let me see if there's any more. I'm not sure if there's because I had a mod on before where I could form more nations. There was a formable nation mod. I don't know if Central America is one. But yeah, there are more formable nations now. There's one. It's is it the Fourth Reich or not the Fourth Reich? The German Reich's right there. No, it was You can reform Germany as if. Is it the Holy Roman? I think it's the Holy Roman Empire. But that's like one of the hardest reformable nations, and it's like a hidden nation too. So you don't even know that you can reform it until you get all the requirements. And you have to have the random events. There's random events like the Hindenburg disaster. If you avoid the Hindenburg disaster, I think it's like a 1 in 10 chance of that happening. You have to avoid the Hindenburg disaster. You have to convince the Queen of England at the time to come over to Germany. You want the rightful claimer of the throne, Wilhelm? Is it Wilhelm III or Wilhelm IV? Whoever it is, you want him to die. So you want all these events to happen, and then you can. Oh, I paused time. But you can. Oh, someone's not giving us our materials. What are you doing, Sweden? Only 13. I'm gonna go down to 8 with you because you're not giving us the materials we want. But I guess we'll go Belgium. I don't have anything to pick with Belgium. Second London Naval Treaty signed. That's a newer one. I didn't look too much into it. And what you want to do with construction is construction speed. It gives you this, but also when you wait, let me make sure I'm saying this right. These are important right there. This one, the concentrated industry, because you can fit more factories in your provinces. Like in our, we only have one state here, but in here you could see that we are building one more so you'd have 5 out of 6. It says 8 out of 8. That's gonna have 5 out of 6 when we're done. When you get that tech, you get a 20% boost, so you can build more factories and more industries and more infrastructure. It's a lot easier to do all that stuff with all that. Ooh, political power. I don't know if is there a silent workhorse? There is. First thing you usually want to do is get the silent workhorse when you get enough political power, because silent workhorse boosts your political power gain by 15%. Oh, wait a second, what time is it? I have no idea how long this has been going on. But yeah, now we could strengthen the monarchist. And unaligned in this game is pretty much just a monarchy. But I think that's gonna cut it for this episode. This is Hearts of Iron 4. This with the Ricch Bros. Get ready for another episode. I don't know when it's coming out. I don't even know when this one's coming out. Just kicking this off. But we're gonna hopefully get a little more detail, a little more fun, get further into it in the next episode. We didn't do much this episode. I just kind of explained the game, showed you the basics, explained how it all works. Political power, war support. There's I didn't explain the world tension, but I could explain that later. And then there's the focus trees. But this is Hearts of Iron 4, trying to reform the Austrian-Hungarian Empire. Hopefully it goes better than ever before. And I will see you all later. Remember to always party hardy and come back to the next episode. Peace.